Tuesday of the 6th week in Ordinary Time.
A reading from the book of Genesis. When the Lord saw how great was man's wickedness on earth, and how no desire that his heart conceived was ever anything but evil, he regretted that he had made man on the earth, and his heart was grieved. So the Lord said, I will wipe out from the earth the men whom I have created, and not only the men, but also the beasts and the creeping things and the birds of the air, for I am sorry that I made them. But Noah found favor with the Lord. Then the Lord said to Noah, Go into the ark, you and all your household, for you alone in this age have I found to be truly just. Of every clean animal, take with you 7 pairs, a male and its mate. And of the unclean animals, 1 pair, a male and its mate. Likewise, of every clean bird of the air, 7 pairs, a male and a female. And of all the unclean birds, 1 pair, a male and a female. Thus you will keep their issue alive over all the earth. 7 days from now I will bring rain down on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. And so I will wipe out from the surface of the earth every moving creature that I have made. Noah did just as the Lord had commanded him. As soon as the 7 days were over, the waters of the flood came upon the earth. The word of the Lord.
Responsorial Psalm. The response is, The Lord will bless his people with peace. Give to the Lord, you sons of God. Give to the Lord glory and praise. Give to the Lord the glory due his name. Adore the Lord in holy attire. The Lord will bless his people with peace. The voice of the Lord is over the waters, the Lord over vast waters. The voice of the Lord is mighty, the voice of the Lord is majestic. The Lord will bless his people with peace. The God of glory thunders, and in his temple all say glory. The Lord is enthroned above the flood. The Lord is enthroned as King forever. The Lord will bless his people with peace.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. The disciples had forgotten to bring bread, and they had only 1 loaf with them in the boat. Jesus enjoined them, Watch out, guard against the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod. They concluded among themselves that it was because they had no bread. When he became aware of this, he said to them, Why do you conclude that it is because you have no bread? Do you not yet understand or comprehend? Are your hearts hardened? Do you have eyes and not see, ears and not hear? And do you not remember when I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000? How many wicker baskets full of fragments you picked up? They answered him, 12. When I broke the 7 loaves for the 4,000, how many full baskets of fragments did you pick up? They answered him, 7. He said to them, Do you still not understand? The Gospel of the Lord.
Tuesday of the 6th week in Ordinary Time. The first reading is from Genesis 6, 5-8, 7, 1-5, and 10. This is the beginning of the story of Noah. God is sorry that he created humans because they're so wicked, and the wickedness is spread all throughout the land. We saw the wickedness grow between the sin of Adam and Eve and that of Cain killing his brother Abel, and then it continues to multiply. So God is going to wipe out all the creatures that he's created, except for Noah and the creatures that Noah would create. Noah was to make an ark, and from the description it sounds like a large barge, and he's supposed to take into it 1 pair of unclean animals and 7 pair of clean animals. Now, the account of Noah is actually an amalgamation of 2 separate sources, and we know that because at one point it says just one pair of each animals. That's the older source. Here it says 7 pairs of clean animals, 1 pair of unclean animals. That's the priestly source, which emphasizes more measurement, the number of days the flood lasted, things like that. God is going to make the rain come down for 40 days and 40 nights, the flood being a symbol of chaos. There's a rabbinic saying, as the sin, so the punishment. Because we brought chaos into the world through our sin, now we would face chaos through the flood. And it would wipe out everything except that which God had created. Now we have to realize too, there is a story very similar to this in Mesopotamian literature. The story of Atrahasis and the flood, found in the Epic of Gilgamesh. Where did these stories come from? It's very possible that there was an actual event that brought people of many different societies in this region to write stories about a flood. Some people feel it's the fact that the Black Sea was originally a much smaller lake, and then there was an earthquake, and an opening developed between the Mediterranean Sea and the Black Sea, causing the shores of the Black Sea to be flooded, destroying the civilizations that lay along the Black Sea. It's possible that that event, which caused the destruction of so many civilizations, became the core historic story that was the source of the story of the flood in many civilizations. The Gospel is from Mark 8:14 to 21. Jesus tells the disciples, watch out for the leaven of Herod and the leaven of the Pharisees. The leaven in this case means the insidious effect that their style of life can have upon them. They have to be careful to sort it all out and to avoid everything that they say. Well, the disciples are a bit thick and they don't quite get it. And they say, he just said that because we forgot to bring bread. And Jesus says, listen, I have already made bread. I fed 5,000 with 12 baskets left over. I fed 4,000 with 7 baskets left over. Why do you think that I couldn't make bread at this point? Why don't you understand? Remember, the disciples come across as a bit thick. They don't quite understand. Just like the family of Jesus in the Gospel of Mark. It's only at the cross that they come to fully understand. And may God bless us.